Okay, so it's now it's all yours, Ramli. Today you are starting. You are gonna talk. Whatever. Go ahead.
So the introduction would be done by Bartola ma'am.
Okay, Bartola, are you there?
Yeah, she's here, but she's not.
Hello, I'm here. Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
So may we start, or we should still wait for rest of the people?
No, no, this is only us, a small group. I think I invited only small group. Maybe we'll have some group.
7 people.
Yeah, maybe we are 7. I think that's all. We have to, maybe Paul or someone entering. Ramli, you can admit them. Huh? Just check, Ramli, from your side if there is anyone. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so we can start.
Yeah.
Okay, so good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming. Today we are going to hear the presentation from Dr. Jagapati. As you know, the main object of all these meetings is to share the experience and learn more. Although we know many things, I do believe that we do learn all our lives, and we can always learn more and more. So we as a youth, as a young group of this inspiration, this is very important for us. So we can make notes and also see maybe some mistakes that we did, that next time we can do better. And also that we can prepare ourselves for the future challenges, let's say like that. So today, Dr. Jagapati will present his life and experience. I did see his presentation, and I have to share that it's really inspiring. So I'm happy to hear more about that. I will suggest that all comments and questions we keep until the end. However, if you do have a comment or questions and you're scared that you might forget, please do write in the comments during the presentation. So later on, we can go back to the comments and discuss about them after Dr. Jagapati finishes his presentation. So also, I would like to suggest if you do write any notes during the presentations, please do share with us. I can leave my email. It's important that we share all notes between each other, because I think that each of us might have a different approach to something. So once when we are done, we can gather all notes together and as well learn more things. So for now, I will, Dr. Jagapati, you might start, if that's okay.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Good evening, everybody. Today, standing in this new technological era of the 21st century, while introducing myself, romancing back to my childhood seems to be something that happened centuries ago. It dates back to the August of 1953, when a son was born to a village schoolmaster. Let Shamakantota and Menokata in the little village of Palitpur of the small district of Burdwan, West Bengal, India. Eventually, this child grew up witnessing a series of events, going through a roller coaster ride of life, and came to be known as Dr. Jagapati. I have come to know from my parents that when a child, I used to tear off all the pages of my books that I have read once. Don't know justification until now, but it seems quite an interesting habit to me. The next, next slide. Yeah, next slide. Hello. Yeah. As I grew up to be a man, I met with the grave realities of life and came to know that the world is a very practical place where no one does anything selflessly for anyone. Still, I have been lucky enough to have met a few persons who are beyond this common definition of man and had a heart golden enough to go beyond self-interest and help others. In my academic life, Two of my teachers, Professor Shaktipada Banerjee and Professor Param Nath Bhaduri, are worth remembering a lifetime. They say a teacher is a friend, philosopher, and guide. And in my life, both of them have proven to be a living example of this fact. In this ongoing rat race in this world, these persons always had the courage to run in the opposite direction. They are the one who instigated the fire in me that if I pursue my career in academy, I would at least try to be like them, who are empathetic and sympathetic towards all their students and consider them to be family. It is very commonly heard at the end of the day, money matters. But following their footsteps in my life, I have realized that there is a lot beyond money that truly matters in life. In fact, the present ongoing situation of the global pandemic of COVID-19 is perhaps the best example that money is not everything in life. To this global crisis, even a billionaire is as helpless as a beggar. I think due to this pandemic, the entire world has gone topsy-turvy, and not only has it changed the way of our lifestyle, but also the point of view of our life. Next slide. That is, I mean, Rimli, next slide. Next.
Yes.
Next. Hello, Rimli.
Yes, sir.
Next. Next slide.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That is the upper left side, I mean, prime youth stage of myself, and the right side, just PhD award receiving from the convocation of the University of Badon, and the lower one is one conference just conducting there in the Department of Botany, Badon University. And the next one, next slide, Rimbi, that is
Yes.
the upper one, left side, my family, my mother, my maternal auntie, and my brothers, cousins, my wife, Mrs., and my sister-in-law. Everybody are there. In the middle upper, my daughter with her grandma, one of grandma, and right side the upper, that is my mother standing, maternal auntie, and my cousin left seated there. The lower side, the left, photographs black and white, very hazy, not very clear here, very old one. That was my traveling, educational excursion during my student lives, college and university. And the last one, the colored pictures, ongoing project Sandalwood, carrying out there in Jagapati University. We are in the field forest, that is Sandalwood Forest in Bankura Forest Division, West Bengal, going for collection, soil samples, and some experience with the other co-PI and research scholars. Next one, Rimli. Next one, yeah.
Yes.
Who is your role model or inspiring personality that influenced my life actually? Yes, in childhood, my mother and father, then in the prime youth, up to the age of 16, my elder brother and my mathematics teacher, sir, in the school, Beta Mohendra Public Institution, village Beta, district Badon, far from our village, that is 4.5 kilometers. And next one, in my college life, Professor Alok Kumar Dotto, he then head of the Department of Botany, Bardhaman Raj College, Badwan. Professor Shaktipada Banerjee, he then reader of botany in the University of Postgraduate Department of Botany. Later on, he became Dean of Agriculture and Veterinary Sciences Calcutta University, Kolkata. And the last one is Paramnath Bhaduri, founder, head of the Department of Botany, the University of Bardwan, West Bengal. The next one, do you believe you achieve your aspiration in life, and what with they? Of course, my mother, who provided me rupees 100 for the admission of Bachelor of Science in general stream of biological sciences. Also, a few of my childhood friends who helped me a lot in my crucial time of life at that time. At that time, my father became almost, broken heart after the tragic death of my elder brother in the year 1970, and also became very ruined economically. And he spent a lot of money for the treatment of my elder brother. I had a dream to be an engineer, but my father asked me to start a small business, not to go ahead for any further education just after passing 11th class. And my elder brother was a very brilliant, of course, student in the MBC Institute of Technology, who got offer of Indian Railway job before his final result. However, next of that is my Professor Paragranjan Dasgupta, my teacher in the postgraduate classes, MSc and PhD guide, and my friend and philosopher, who helped me a lot for my career to climb up to the highest rung of the ladder as much as it is possible for me. Next one. Yeah. Next one, yeah.
Yes, sir.
I started my PhD research in the early of 1983 after completion of my MSc in botany with crop breeding special paper. Therefore, I participated, and thereafter I participated the 15th International Congress of Genetics held in Ashoka Hotel, New Delhi, December 12 to 27, 83. This 15th International Genetic Congress normally organized quinquennially, once in 5 years. By participating that 15th ICG, I became encouraged and took firm decision that I must attend the next 16th ICG, which was fixed by vote to be held in Canada during August 18 to 27, 1988. I fulfilled my mission and attended the 16th ICG, which was held in Toronto Convention Center, Ontario, Canada. Who took responsibility as host? He is Dr. Manoj Kumar Kole, my senior alumni in Bardwan University. At that time, he was there as in the capacity of Managing Director, Research Connaught Research Laboratory, 74 Camford Avenue, Ontario, Canada. Mother-in-law of Dr. Manoj Kole. She was a Scottish lady actually originally, and she was at that time the Chief Secretary of Parliament Office of Canada. One day, Mrs. Kole asked me whether I want to have green card in Canada or not. If you say yes, just I will tell my mom and she will arrange it within a couple of weeks. I could not take any decision immediately because in the meantime, 2 days early, I got another offer to go to USA also. Knowing all these facts, Dr. M.K. Kole, he commented that why he will take green card here. He has got a great chance to go to Canada. So that is the largest country in the world and very bigger scope there also. If he will settle there, no problem. Mrs. Kole also admitted the same proposal. Ultimately, I traveled to USA on August 28, 1988 and reached in San Francisco on 29th August. I used to stay there in the house of my maternal uncle, 307 Walnut Creek Road, California, USA, not in the dormitory of Berkeley campus, California. Because of that, my uncle asking me that you are only nephew who came to here to your maternal uncle, and I have a social local prestige here also. If you stay there in the dormitory, really it is very prestigious matter to me. And ultimately, he arranged for my transport to go to Berkeley campus regularly, which is 22 miles away from Walnut Creek. Enjoying my short-term fellowship for 3 months, I came back to India and resumed my duty in Bardhaman University, though I got another chance of fellowship there in the Berkeley campus. If I could travel further research program there, certainly I could build my career in another way of course in my life. And next one, yeah.
Yes.
That is, what is the 3 most important things that helped me to get to where I am now? Yes. 3 important one. First, we got admit myself in Bardhaman Raj College for BSc course. To continue in service MSc course in Bardhaman University after 3 years gap in between BSc and MSc. To attend international conference of genetics in Canada in the year 1988. And thereafter, next point is, are there any things you believe you regretted in your life journey so far? Yes, truly speaking, I have been offered to marry an established lady there and to become US citizen directly in a very easy way. And such so many long history. I'm not telling here in this platform. At this age of life, I should say that I want to do something for social benefit, not for my self-oriented any program. I am not regretted at all in any way of my journey. If I didn't come back to India, I would not be able to understand the dirty politics of West Bengal as well as in India. A good political background or a very strong financial background is far more helpful to get a good job or to get promoted to a better position. It is not an allegation to my country. Rather, I am very proud of being born in such a country where talent could be found everywhere, where we hold such a rich cultural heritage and traditions as old as the Vedas. It's just that during our time and even now, the truly talented just needs to be recognized in a more efficient manner. I think not only in our country, but also all the nations, I think, of this world, all need is to recognize and handpick the young talent, because it is the young generation, the youth of every nation, who will lead the way to a new millennium. Every child in every corner of this world should be brought up in such a way that he or she can decide without a second, without a second thought that they want to do in their lives, in their career. Every child should be taught that no work is small. One should enjoy what one is doing in this way. And next, that is, what are the most important challenges in my life? We're in the very much verge of completion our lifetime also, but I want to establish a biotech hub and a medical hub. For that, I have already purchased 2 acres of land besides the national highway, that is NH2 in our area it is called, which is 8 kilometer distance from present residence in Bardhaman town. And it is my dream and my challenge in my life. And actually, any failureness, next point is any failure in my life as I have attempted to reach this success in my life. Yes, there are ups and downs. Everybody has their life, ups and downs in life. I had also my teacher, the then Professor, Professor Shaktibodo Banerjee, also did something which let me become what I am today. He did not let me join a job in Calcutta University in a research project as field assistant, although I was in grave need of a job at that time, very acute job, need of mine. And it was my failure, you can say, apparently it is my failure. At that time, actually, I thought it, but indeed, failure is the pillar of success. If he wouldn't have forcefully stopped me that day, I could have never joined the University of Burdwan in the capacity of farm supervisor of the crop research farm of the Department of Botany of the University of Burdwan. After 3 years of my service as farm supervisor, while I was pursuing my master degree, I had to face another problem. As I was a full-time permanent employee of the university, according to the university rules and regulation, I had to choose only one, either my job or my academic career. It was very much problem to me also at that time. But at that time, another golden-hearted person helped me, and he made it possible to pass the permission in the executive council of the university so that I could be allowed to pursue my master degree while carrying on my job. They say there is no exception in the rule of the university, but it was for the first time of the history of the Burdwan University that an permanent university employee was as well as allowed to carry his or her further academic attainments with staggering duty and full salary, full pay. That person was Mr. Vishnupada Chakraborty, the then assistant registrar, with the help of the vice chancellor, our university vice chancellor also, and coincidentally, Mr. Chakraborty became a father-in-law later on. Okay, so next point, I should go to next point, that is, are there any, what do you want people to remember? Yes, people will remember my work, at least my work, by which they will be benefited. And behind this, I will remain hiddenly in their heart. So, it is actually, very briefly, I have stated my details as formatted. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you, sir. Yes.
Dr. Jagapati, you're done?
Yeah, done. Completed.
Thank you so much. We all appreciate your presentation. It was really inspiring, and I'm sure that we learned a lot. If you agree, I would like to start with the comments. So I did see that Dr. Buheji left a few comments there. So if anyone would like to comment on that, do you agree or disagree? Would you like to leave any comment regarding that? Did everyone see the comments?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so yes, so I have seen from Fred Becker, you said yes. So please, can you comment about the comments that Dr. Buheji left in the chat section as well? I wrote something, and please, can you just give the general view of the all comments? Do you agree or disagree?
All right. Hello, everyone. Good evening from Ghana. I think with what Dr. Buhiji has said is very true, because sometimes in life we are faced with so many challenges. Not everything will go in your favor, especially if you are determined to achieve a certain goal in life. So we are met with a whole lot of challenges, especially from my side of the continent, as Africa. We are faced with a whole lot of challenge, and doctor's story just inspires me so much to continue to achieve my goal and then be motivated towards it. So with what Dr. Buhiji has said, it is very positive, and it can really relate in most of our lives, especially as young people that are growing up. So some of these stories are just an inspiration for us, and then I believe strongly that it is going to serve as a guidance to us so that we also achieve some level of success in our lives. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Rimli, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, would you like to give some comment before we start with questions for Dr. Jagapati?
Yes, I would actually, I'm really honored here that I got the opportunity today. And the challenges that comes in our life, like they play a major role in in us growing as individual. And I truly believe that if obstacles doesn't come, then we don't know what potential we hold and where we can achieve and what we can achieve in life. So it is really an inspiration. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Now, Ramli, when we do have you here already, can you please start with questions for Dr. Jagapati?
Ramli, Ramli, I have to tell you that we have only 8 minutes to go. If we need to do another, if we need longer time, we will make, we'll send you a link, another link, okay? Because Dr. Dunya have the subscribe one. I only send you mine one, which is not a normal one. So we'll have to finish in 8 minutes. Otherwise, we'll extend. So what you decide now, Bartola and Ramli? Do you need more than 8 minutes?
So we was thinking that each of us, as a youngest group, ask for one question, and then we would like to hear the comments from you and Dr. Chris, who are like elders here.
Okay, but I mean, do we need more? Now we have only 7 minutes. Okay.
I would suggest that we need between 10 and 15 minutes.
Okay. Okay, so now Dr. Dunya will make for us another invitation, and once this is closed, you go to your WhatsApp and open it. Okay, I'll send you in WhatsApp. Okay.
Okay.
Dr. Dunya will send it here in the chat. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thank
you. Okay.
Yes. So Jagapati.
Yeah.
I have a question for you. So,
Sure.
With so many heartbreaking incidents and so many miserable situations coming on your way. So how did you muster the courage to grow every day and never ever give up on your dreams?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Actually, let alone our generation, I think the younger generation should also keep in mind in the coming years that maybe we stand at the highest rung of ladder of animal kingdom, but we are not supreme. In fact, even in this advanced era of technological development, we are so little, so helpless as compared to Mother Nature. One pandemic has made even the superpowers to kneel down in front of the Mother Nature. Maybe the humans had become very confident of our progress, forgetting the fact that we have going to any extent to achieve what we want, even at the cost of harming the for all our needs. But we are abiding by all those norms of the nature It is my view and point. The new generation. Yes, madam.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Good Fred, do you have any questions
Yes,
for Dr.
hello.
Jagapati, please?
Yes, I do have a question. I do have a question for Doctor. Doctor, in your presentation, thank you very much for sharing your story, by the way. So in your presentation, you mentioned that you got the opportunity to get married to a well-established lady. And then also, if you did, you could have gotten a chance to have a green card in the US. What made you reject that offer? Because for you, most young people, especially most young men like me, we would see this to be an opportunity to have a better life, especially in the US, that is known to be the dream country where every young person wants to be. So what motivated you to reject that offer? Thank you. Hello.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, before Prof. Jagapati, I'm not sure, I think his mic is closed. Let us now start to switch. Dr. Dunya has put for you the new link. Okay, in the chat. Can you see the chat now? Open the chat.
Yes, there, link is there.
Yes.
Yeah, so open the chat and all of us.
Yes.
Let's now go to the new, a new link. It is, you know, there's no limit time there. So, okay.
All right.
You need to, I think, to close this and go copy this first, okay, and then you switch to that, okay, after you close that.
I have shared via WhatsApp. Good Fred and Ramli, I send to you the link.